Stop it. Get some help.
Emotional damage. Stop the cap.
It's embarrassing. It's a deep.
It's like, listen, you fat piece of shit, blood. You know what I mean? Fucking Yorkshire pudding, bro. Listen.
If you've got any cojones, yeah, if you've got any balls, Yorkshire gunner, why don't you not come and face me?
Who the fuck is this
If you
asshole?
actually got real kahunas, you would come on a live stream and say it to somebody's face.
What?
This YouTuber is an absolute clown.
What's happening, guys? My connection's bad because I'm not at home. I'm not in my office. I'm actually in my truck, so the connection's going to be poor. Let me know if you can hear me properly. I forgot to update my symbol as well. Let me see if I can update that now. Actually, is that right? No. Well, let me know if you can hear me properly, because I know my mic's on, but I'm only using the mic on my MacBook. So I'm hoping that you can hear me properly. I have to airdrop my phone, but if I I go on camera, the connection's gonna go bad. I'm literally tethering my phone. So that's how I'm live right now. I'm tethering my phone. But yeah, we've got a reaction to make to AFTV versus Yardman, right? And wait, let me just update my avatar. And yeah, it's a heated debate that was on AFTV after we beat Wolves. Because obviously the usual questions come up, don't they? And that was one that came up. So what we're going to do is we're going to react to that. It shouldn't be too long of a stream. Maybe some of you want to watch Tottenham lose tonight, so I get it. But I should be more organised here. It's all right, I'm going now. Right, so fine. There we go. That's my new symbol now. Thanks to Instagram user called Sir Glenn Bow on Instagram. Sorted me out with this new symbol. So, our new icon, should I say, for my channel, and I'm loving it. So, anyways, big up to Nayim. I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong. That's my bad. If you can hear me properly, just let me know, because I'm hoping that I'm still heard and everything like that. But we've got a reaction to make to AFTV, you know, Yardman versus Robbie from AFTV. That's what we are reacting to tonight. So yeah, let me just well, I think I've got the video ready and everything like that. I think it's probably time to get started. I mean, there's 5 of you in here. You know, people can always catch this on playback if they don't see it now. But yeah, my thing is this. You all know how I feel on this whole Arteta thing and what happens if he does the same thing again, finishes second and wins nothing, blah, blah, blah. Right, but we're going to hear Robbie and Yardman go at it, because Yardman, he's one of us in the sense of, you know, he's in the Arteta outcome. Big up to Static. Hey, YG, yes, Yardman destroyed the walking Maltese. Can hear you clearly, and it's pronounced Naeem. Oh, that's my bad. That's my bad. I should have known that. Naeem. All right, I'll make sure I get that right. All right, I know that I'm good then. Let the cooking begin. Yeah, well, you know, you see, the thing is, right? There is some things Robbie said that I agree with. But you'll see in the reaction that I edited anyway in the clip. But I've got my own commentary to make on it. You know what I mean? There's one thing seeing the edits that I've done, and then there's another thing, hearing what I'm saying. So let's get into it. Let's talk about this. You get me? Sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
AFTV Yardman off to a winning start. What did you make of it?
We can't complain if we win. First game of the season. You know, we do what we're supposed to do. 3 points on the board. And move on to the next. But you were speaking about Julian, about Saka, and for once I would say Julian was right.
But you would have took Saka off as well. That's why you're not a manager. That's why you're a fan.
No. I wouldn't say I would take off Saka.
No, you said he's right.
No.
What are you saying?
Yeah, but you don't give it a chance to say.
Alright.
Last season, we played Saka in every single game. And I think he was injured 1 game or 2. We didn't play him. He seems to play Saka 90 minutes every game. He played in the Euro. And from Saka being on the scene from was 18, he's been playing. We need to have somebody who to challenge Saka. And when we take off Saka, we need to have that.
I've been saying this. I've been crying for this. I have literally been crying for this. We need that. Saka needs that rivalry on that side. You know what I mean? We've got it everywhere else, pretty much. But we need it for that right hand side. And Yardman, again, we're on the same page. I mean, so let's let him carry on.
Place where they say, you know what? Yes, he's just as good or even better than Saka.
I hear you on that.
But what we're saying here, last season we played Saka to the fullest. We're not going to be able to do that again this season. We have to reserve him. But yes, but Saka has been doing this for the last 4 seasons consistently. We see the blimps of Foden. We see Palmer go to Chelsea with nobody's there, and he seems to be the main man, and he scored a penalty.
I see him do it.
And everybody's rating him up. But none of them, there's not another player in England in the
English
Premier
player.
League that is better than Saka. So people have to stop it.
Now, what I will say about that is, obviously he mentioned Foden in there, right? But what I'll say about that is, Foden may not be as consistent as Saka throughout a season, but when Man City need somebody to turn up to seal the league titles, Foden delivers. We know Foden ain't that good for England, but when it comes to Manchester City and they need to, it's like, right, chop chop, we need to win the league now because we've got Arsenal or Liverpool or whoever on our tails. Foden turns up. That season, we was top of the league for 93% of it, right? Saka was being overused anyway. But he started to drop off right when we needed him the most. That's facts. But as for the likes of Palmer, I mean, I know we're only 1 game in, but this hype about Palmer, this sucking off with stroke game, spraying kids everywhere for Palmer, we've been hearing this last season. He has 1 good season, right? And suddenly he's better than Saka. That's it. Palmer's clear of Saka. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Palmer wasn't the one that lifted a single thing last season, right? If you want to get technical, for those of you who believe Arsenal won 49 trophies, Palmer, actually, no, I lie. He lifted the Super Cup for Man City. Yeah, so yeah, he did. But obviously, he scored the Community Shield and he was runner-up in that. And then he was a League Cup final runner-up. What did he do in the League Cup final? Please. Nothing. You know what I mean? As 1 good season, and everybody was saying, oh, he's better than Saka. All right, we'll see what he does this season, because so far, Saka's won up. You know what I mean? Saka's won up on Palmer. And y'all were getting excited when Palmer was doing what he's doing for Chelsea last year. You know what I mean?
He's above them because this guy raising game every single season. There's never a time we can come out and really saying, count on the 5 finger how much I would say Saka was poor. Come on, from he was 18, he was bringing us. We need backup, we need backbone, we need to make a change.
You say the bench ain't strong.
It's not.
Not strong enough. Today they've got this Trossard on the bench. You got Jesus on the bench. You got Urian Timber you can bring on, like you said, Jorginho. You got Ricardo Calafiori, Ifan Wanyeri.
Everyone keeps saying 48 since last year. I might have to double check it again, but as far as I know, regardless, if Arsenal have won 40-something trophies, as Arsenal fans will claim when they want to flex how many trophies we've won, the Community Shield is always included. So my thing is this: if the Community Shield is such a non-trophy, then just stick with we've only won 30-something trophies. They won't do that. They'll count Community Shield when it suits them. That's why I have to put the disclaimer in, those of you who believe we won 40-something trophies, because end of the day, when we want to put trophies on the table, we always put the Community Shields as well. You know what I mean? Community Shields is the mark of you were winning league titles or FA Cups. There's only 2 Community Shields we've won in our history, I believe, that we got for just finishing second. 1999 and 2023. That's the only ones I can recollect anyway. Even into Luke James and yeah, Red Bull vodka. Yep. The 1K finally here, you know what I mean? But let's carry on with this.
That's a strong bench, man. That was a strong bench today.
I think my connection might be bad, so the quality might not be as good, but hopefully you guys can, you know what's going on, kind of thing. But I can't help it. It's because I'm in my truck. I'm tethering my iPhone to my MacBook. It's the best I can do right now, and I didn't want to leave this reaction too late, because otherwise it would be tomorrow evening that I'll be able to do this at home. Exactly. If you subtract Community Shield, it's definitely 30 something. Yeah, as far as I know, Arsenal won 49 trophies, and if you take away the Community Shield, it's 32. But I never hear no Arsenal fans say we've only won 32 trophies. I never hear that. Liverpool fans don't say about themselves. Man United fans don't say about themselves. They always count the Community Shield. The only time rival fans want to subtract the Community Shield is to try and make your club look smaller. You know what I mean? I remember hearing LB, the Man City fan, saying, if we subtract the Community Shield, we probably have more trophies than Arsenal. It's like, well, what, are you going to count the trophies that you won before the money came in then? You know what I mean? He's like, what are we doing here? Anyways.
I know what you're saying, back up for, all right, you've got Reece Nelson. Maybe, obviously, that's not of the level of a Saka, but that's a strong bench.
But what I just said to you, Man City, they win the league 4 times on a trot, but they have 22 players that is just as good as.
Let me know if the quality is good, guys, because the symbol up there is telling me otherwise. Just let me know. Does it look fuzzy? I can imagine it does, because I didn't want to do this live in the truck on my, tethering my phone, because of this exact reason. You know what I mean? So just let me know if the quality of the video is poor. Quality is decent. It's slightly fuzzy. Because I've turned my camera off as well. And usually when you turn the camera off, it kind of spares your connection a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be working right now. My phone's still connected to my MacBook, but I have to roll with it.
Have they? Yeah, they have. I would say that because they've been winning. Yeah, they've been winning the league, so they're good. Come on, be honest.
No, they're class team. But we know they're the best team.
But Robbie.
But I'm just saying, that's a strong bench that we've just named.
Look at it.
Well, he says strong, right? He says strong. But really, like, is our bench really strong like that? You know what I mean? Because for me, right, we can't afford to bench Saliba for shit. Despite that we could put somebody in his place. We can't afford to be like, right, Saliba, you've played 15 games in a row. I'm just going to bench you for this one game. Like, we can't afford to do that. You know what I mean? Other teams, Man City don't really stick with the same 11 like that throughout. They played Johnny Knoxville wannabe, aka Bernardo Silva, as a number 6, I think it was. You know what I mean? He's been playing all over the place because Pep needed him to. But you see, Pep can get away with doing goofiness like that because he actually wins. You know what I mean? Well, yeah.
Today, the second half, Wolves come out and they were playing us off the ball for over 20-25 minutes. We just never get a look in. You look on the bench, but really and truly, who's going to take off? If they
brought on Urian Timber.
No, but that's a defender. It's a defender.
Right. He brought on Jesus.
Yeah, but because of Declan Rice at the cramp.
Yeah, but he's got Jesus. Jesus starts in most other teams. He bought Trossard. This is a strong bench.
Yeah, bring on Trossard and put Trossard on the right. Trossard was the second highest goal scorer at 18.
Martinelli went to the right. Trossard was on the left.
But what I'm saying to you, we don't really have a natural player to replace Saka.
Like the rest of the team, the bench
so you're gonna say our bench is strong?
The bench ain't strong. It ain't strong, but we have replacements. But it ain't strong. That's the thing. This is the thing that I think we're getting twisted here. Like, if Odegaard don't play, we can put Vieira there. But that's not a strong replacement, you know what I mean? If Saka gets injured, we'll put Nelson there. But that's not a strong replacement. Or you can put Vieira there. That ain't a strong replacement. I think trading Saka for Jesus on that right hand side, or maybe even Trossard on the right hand side, is the strongest that we can go like that. You know what I mean? When it comes to that particular position. You know what I mean? I would say when it comes to fullbacks, I mean, obviously we don't know with Calafiori. I don't know how good he is, but for example, replacing Zinchenko with any of the defenders we've got on that side instantly makes it stronger defensively, right? Trading Ben White for Timber, you know what I mean? That's a decent replacement kind of thing. You know what I mean? Kyrgios for Gabriel, it's not strong like that, but it's a replacement. We've got replacements, but not strong ones. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we're getting twisted here.
I think it is, yeah.
No. If our bench is strong, we don't win the Premier League.
No, we... You asked me about today. Today, the bench is strong.
No, the bench is not strong enough.
It's strong.
No.
I agree with you. I'm with you when you say like Saka, a replacement for Saka, like, you know what I mean?
Does that include the second tier trophies that they won as well, like the championship? Is it including those as well? Because I remember doing a count, but that was a while back in my videos. Anyway,
right, and I'd agree with you. I'd agree with you, a centre forward, but even without having the premium guys that you're talking about, if you're bringing off Havertz and you're bringing on Jesus, that's another forward for another. That's strength in depth.
That's average Jesus.
That's strength in depth. If you're bringing on Jorginho, who's an international player, for Partey, that is a good replacement. They didn't even have to.
That's two. Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
You want some more? If Zinchenko comes off, I can bring on Timber. I can bring on Ricardo Calafiori. I can bring on Calafiori for not Ben White, for Gabriel. Right. I can bring on Timber. I can move Timber and say, right, actually, what he played in defence in pre-season looked brilliant. I can tell him to play as a centre back. Right. So that's a strong.
Now, Robbie's got a point there when it comes to mentioning the defence, how you can move them round, right? He's got a point with that. But overall, this hasn't shown to be good enough, right? It hasn't. It has not shown to be good enough. Because for me, a strong bench means an example of a strong bench is we can win the League Cup with our second team while we're still carrying on trying to win the league. That's a strong bench. You know what I mean? A strong bench is I can win you multiple trophies, right? And one of it being done by our second tier players. If you can't do that, technically your bench ain't strong. You know what I mean? Technically your bench ain't strong if you can't do that. And we haven't done that for a very long time. You know what I mean? We will win the FA Cup with our best team. You know what I mean? Anything we win, right, we'll win with our best team. I'm yet to see Arteta, right, go all the way in the League Cup with his second team while the first team's trying to win the league. Yet to see it. Now I'm yet to see it. For example, let's just say, in the League Cup, he plays Ramsdale in goal. Let's go with Timber as a right back. Kyrgios, Calafiori, centre back partnership, for example. And Zinchenko at left back. Right? Starts Jorginho with Vieira and that Wanyeri. He's more of a wide player, isn't he? But I'm sure he can play in the middle. And then the front three. Trossard in the middle, Nelson on the left or right, maybe Martinelli on one side or whatever. Like if it was that kind of team starting and that kind of team was winning the League Cup, then you've got the players I haven't mentioned that can be there to try and push on for the rest. You know what I mean? A strong bench will win you at least the League Cup. You know what I mean? We have replacements, just not strong ones. You know what I mean? If shit gets peak for the first team, and we're using some of our second team in the Champions League, can they cope? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think Robbie is going a bit overboard with the whole strong bench.
Stop it. Get some help.
He's got a point when he's talking about the, you know, what he can do with the defense, how you can move players around and everything like that.
Bench. You cannot tell me that bench is not
So,
strong.
Arvin, you're saying that the bench
That bench is not
so
strong.
that simply mean
I'm not saying we don't need more, but I'm saying that's strong.
That's my point. That's my
Well,
point.
say that then.
That's my point.
You make it like the bench ain't strong.
We need more, but the bench is not strong.
What more do you
enough.
want? What more do you want?
We need somebody to replace Declan Rice.
Okay.
We need a Saka replacement. We need a centre forward. That's
Well,
it.
you're bringing in Marino, innit? That Marino thing looks like that.
Okay, but you know what?
That's
The
done.
problem is the problem I see with again that Mikel Arteta come and he bring in a style of play where he play Xhaka. Yeah, and last season Xhaka left, we didn't replace Xhaka.
Yeah, well, Marino's going to be that replacement for Xhaka.
And that's what the problem is. When you sell
He's
a
trying
player,
to solve it.
Yeah,
Arteta tried to solve the Xhaka replacement when he signed Kai Havertz to try and play him as a number 8, and that didn't work. That backfired in his face. Now Arteta's walking around with egg on his face because he spent 65 million to replace Granit Xhaka, and he ended up having to play him as a centre forward because, hey, who knew Kai Havertz would be much better as a centre forward than he would be as a number 8? Way, you know what I mean? Like, fam. So now Arteta's now gone back to basics and like, right, I'm trying to replace Granit Xhaka. You know what I mean? Now he's trying to sign this Moreno guy. We don't know how good he is, and I don't anyway. All right.
because Martinelli is not getting the support. He's not getting the support when Xhaka was there, when Kieran Tierney was there, just like how Saka getting it. Saka getting it from Ben White, he's getting it from Odegaard, because I keep on saying it, for some reason, I don't know why Odegaard don't want to go on the left. He don't want to link up with Martinelli. Have you ever seen that? Have you really seen Odegaard link up with Martinelli? That's what we want. We want somebody who can come in and link up the front three and play off them. Odegaard...
Are you sure it's Odegaard's fault and not Martinelli's fault? Because Martinelli's a bit one-sided in his play.
Odegaard.
Now, what I'll say about that, right, is Martinelli. You know how I feel about Martinelli, right? He just has his head down, just runs. By the time he gets to the line, he's got to hit the ball. And when he hits the ball, he hits the defender. Goes out for maybe a corner or something, or whatever, right? Martinelli hasn't shown that he's that guy anymore. Yeah? So based on that, I can understand why Saka would get more of the ball, because Saka makes shit happen compared to Martinelli. My thing is this. When Martinelli was making shit happen, he was getting a lack of support. He was literally isolated out on that left-hand side. I think it was against Aston Villa, not last season, the season before. Was it Everton? I remember there was one game where he was all the way on the left-hand side, all on his own, and everybody was on the right-hand side. Martinelli was literally isolated. He could have had a picnic with the space he had. You know what I mean? But when Saka's making shit happen, it's going to be harder to then go on that left-hand side, because anything that happens, when's the last time, actually no, it wasn't that long ago to be fair, but I'm going to say, when's the last time we scored a crucial goal and it came from the left-hand side, but obviously Trossard, innit? You know what I mean? But the thing is, when you'll probably remember the goals from Saka's side probably a little bit more than you do the left-hand side. Simply because Martinelli starts most of the time and the outputs are just not outputting. You know what I mean? Why is everyone always interfering with Yardman's fan cam reaction? I've seen this non-stop for years. It's beyond annoying. It's because when people start saying stuff that those don't like, that stood there, that's just what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? That's just what they're gonna do. They're just gonna keep interrupting because they feel strongly against something Yardman said. You know what I mean? It's jarring, but it's just what people are gonna do. You know what I mean? Yardman's sick of Robbie. Yeah, he's had enough of the delusion. The AFTV fans are attention seekers. That's why. Shout out to you. I'm a red car 6 rocks. Damn, Spurs all over Leicester. Leicester need to get points. Oh well. Oh dear. All right, let's carry on with it.
Is Ola? No.
He doesn't have a left foot.
No. Odegaard is our sort of creative midfielder. Yeah. So don't tell me say it's Martinelli's fault. He's the one supposed to distribute it. So don't leave up Martinelli and just focus on Saka.
Okay, let me get finally, because we've got loads of people here today. Finally,
It is.
how you think we're looking this season?
No, look, it's easy.
Well, I'm going to ask you about the question. What do you think of this season? Do you think that is a major trophy or nothing? Do you believe that? Let me ask you, because last season when I speak, you were saying I'm too negative, give Mikel Arteta a chance. Do you believe if Mikel Arteta finished this season without a trophy, should he stay?
For me, it depends how it ends up.
It depends. Ask the valid question. If you don't win a trophy this season, are you still Arteta? Are you Arteta in? You still want to keep this guy? And man's saying it depends. With the last few seasons that we've had, man is saying it depends.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm sorry, fam. Robbie, man, come on now, because you didn't take this when it was Southgate. When it was Southgate, you weren't having it. You said you needed to go. You said the same things we were saying about Arteta initially. You know what I mean? Go back to my video about it. It wasn't so long ago. It was just after the Euros. And Robbie was saying that Southgate has to go. He's took us as far as he can. Let a manager come in now and work off this. You know, the same things we've been saying about Arteta. He leaves and the manager comes in and picks this up. You know what I mean? Robbie in that video literally justified why we shouldn't even keep Arteta. You know what I mean? That's why they can't handle the truth. I caught that from Jim Carrey, Liar Liar, as well as another movie. It was Jack Nicholson that said it. I don't know what film it was, but he said you can't handle the truth. Bobby said it depends. I know. I mean, it's like, fam.
Stop it. Get some help.
You know what I mean? Man said depend. We are all listening. Yep. Well, yeah, man said depend, you know. Jesus Christ.
It depends. I can't judge it. If we push City all the way to the end.
Robbie, spare me the flipping beat. Robbie, what do you mean you're gonna push me?
Because it's not as simple as that. Yeah, I mean, because the way
do you
man said if we push City all the way, you see where we are now? Can you see where we are now, guys? This is where we are. Well, if you push City all the way, mate, baby. No, fam. How long do we have left? Come on now. How long does Arteta have? Because I'm willing to bet what Arteta's doing right now is literally Wenger of 2006 to 2013. No trophies but top 4. It's literally that all over again. You know what I mean? That is literally what we're going through right now. No trophies but just top 4. 2006 to 2013. No trophies, just top 4. And it's the same thing again. Since 2020, since we last won Well, for those of you who believe we won 49 trophies, then the last time we won a trophy was 2023. But, you know, those of you who are going to lie to yourselves, we'll just go with you guys. 2020, the last time we won a trophy, right? That's 4 years ago. It's literally been 4 years ago, August just gone, the 1st, right? No trophy since, no cup finals. You know what I mean? And already we're seeing, want it like last year he was saying about, if you don't do it this time, then maybe he's got to go. That's what some of the toxic positive fans were saying. That's what they were saying. After the 2023 season, they said, right, well, we'll give him another season. And if he doesn't do it that season, you know, if we do the same thing again, basically, then maybe we should look to push on for somebody else. That happened again. Oh, no, mate. And it's the same thing again. And we'll do it again. We could finish the season with nothing but top 4 and put pressure on FC, right? Same thing again. Oh, if he don't do it next season, then maybe we should let him go. You know what I mean? Like, that is absolute shambles of a fan base that we have. And he'll be supporting Spurs every season when they play against Man City. See, the thing is about that, right, is I'm not with wearing Spurs shirts for them to beat Man City. But I wanted Spurs to beat Man City. I knew they were going to throw it, which they did throw it. But I really wanted Spurs to win, right? Because at that point, it should never, and I said it at the time, it should never have gotten down to us needing Spurs to do us a favour. But it's all we have. You know what I mean? That's and I'm going to get onto more of that in a second, because what's coming up next, someone needs to be called out. What you're on about, it depends. 6th year, push City to a win and block all the rivals. Arteta behaving like an agent. If we don't win, I'd rather Liverpool than City 5 consecutive titles. Yeah, I said before, if City don't win the league, I'd rather Liverpool. You know what I mean? YG incorrect from 2005 to 2014. No, it's because I was going by, we didn't win anything in 2006 or 2013 because we won a trophy in 2005 and 2014. So I was going by that. That's what I was going by, that period of 2006 season, nothing, 7 season, nothing, 8 season, nothing, 2009 season, nothing, 2010, and so on. But yeah, get the likes up, people. Get the likes up. And then I'm eligible for super chats if anybody's interested in doing that. Just tune in, debating with that toxic positive fan I came across earlier. They have something else. I mean, he might have to be on the list of people to react to, because I might have to watch some more of his stuff, because these fans, man, these fans are something else. These ones that are just out here trying to make out that Yardman is there's some sort of issue or something. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Let me just say. No. I might interview. Hold on. Hands and heart. Do you really believe that you are a real, truly, and outright Arsenal supporter? Are you a supporter?
You're saying I'm not Arsenal
No,
supporter?
I'm just asking you.
Listen, let me tell you something, right? We look on football differently.
Yeah.
Right? You just look at football and say, right, we have to win this or he's out, right? I look...
What, the same way you did with Gareth Southgate, fam? Remember when Southgate 2 times in a row, fam, Euros, and you were saying, well, it's time to go now. Where's that energy? Arteta's doing the same thing, 2 times in a row, fam. You know what I mean? This circus of, if we finish second, and it don't matter what we do, if we finish second to Man City and only a few points separate us, that's good enough for me. The same thing all over again. Top 4 is a trophy 2.0. Literally the same thing. The years we had to watch Arsenal be runners-up. 2006, we had to watch us be a runner-up. 2007, we had to watch us be a runner-up. 2011, we had to watch us being a runner-up before we eventually won a trophy in 2014. We had to watch Chelsea do back-to-back league titles. We had to watch them then do the double that we did in 1993. We then had to watch them reach a Champions League final, right? Then we had to watch them actually win it and clinching a double of some sort at the same time. The shit we had to watch in our trophy draw from 2005 to 2014, that period in between 2006 to 2013, we had to watch some shit. And I don't want to go through that again. I don't want, as fans, for us to have to go through that again. But the thing is, you toxic fans, you deserve to see that. That's one thing I will say. If it happens, you lot deserve to see that. But that is not what I want. Because what it could be a case of we might have to watch Spurs win a trophy at some point. At this rate. You never know. You know what I mean? We should be thankful Liverpool took care of Spurs in the Champions League final in 2019. Imagine that. 2006, we were Champions League runners up and we were about to move into the Emirates Stadium, right? Imagine if Spurs, having just moved into their stadium at that time, won the Champions League, sealed it with winning the Champions League. Imagine if they did that back then. You know what I mean? Now, you know, we won a trophy in 2020, and now we're having to watch City 3-4-time Premier League champions in a row. We had to watch Liverpool clinch a couple of trophies, Man U clinch a couple of trophies. Oh, this is another thing as well. Leicester City. Leicester City, apart from the Community Shield, they've won every domestic trophy more recently than Arsenal, right? Let that sink in.
Emotional damage.
Let that sink in. So the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the Premier League title, they've won that more recently than us. Leicester fans can literally chat to us right now. Literally. Leicester fans can actually move to us right now. And what can we say? Oh, we won it more times than you, mate. We did it as Invincibles, mate. That's all we've got. It's absolute shambles. We had to watch Leicester do all that.
I've seen him do it.
Depressing.
On football and say, let me see, right, Pep Guardiola, the greatest Premier League manager I feel of all time, who's still here, has still got an amazing team, right? If Mikel Arteta this season pushes him all the way and just misses out, then come and ask me that question. I have to consider it. It's not just black and white. Wait, all right. I'll tell you what, we win the League Cup, but we come sixth. That's not for me. I want to see Arsenal. What are we going to do in the league? What are we going to do in the Champions League? It's tough. It's tough to win this league. So it's not as black and white as that. You can't just say, oh, he didn't win the league, he's out. It's not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. He said that when he's back from holiday, he's going to make a reaction to me going through my content, which I'll wait for it. You know, I'm going to wait for it. It's just you know, him doing that keeps me busy. But what I'm gonna say is let me just go back a little bit. So I kind of
Arsenal.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I remember now. I remember. Right? I'm sick of this argument. This whole thing of well, Pepsi, it's hard. Stop treating Pep like he's Superman. It's jarring. It's absolutely jarring. Yes, Pep's here. Yes, it's gonna be hard to overcome him, right? We know that you have to be damn near invincible. But let's just stop with the overboard. Because it's this mindset of Pep needs to leave so that we can then win the league. No, fam. You know what I mean? If somebody says Arsenal are going to clinch the league, I want Pep to still be there. I don't want it to be Pep leaves and then we win it, and then the narrative is, oh, but it was only because Pep left, mate. You know what I mean? I'd rather it be because Pep's still here, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Jesus. I have no idea what Diesel is. Big up to Waffle TV show. Big up yourself, fam. just getting onto this whole Yardman versus Robbie on AFTV. I'm telling you, AFTV are going to keep me busy this season if they keep this up. They're going to keep me busy. And I don't mind. Because I know my subscribers prefer my reaction videos, so I don't mind. You know what I mean?
What are we going to do in the league? What are we going to do in the Champions League? It's tough. It's tough to win this league.
Hang on a minute. No, fam. No, don't. No, fam. Nah, fam. Now, so what Robbie's saying is, you know, he's coming with the mindset of, I only care about what we do in the league and the Champions League. Fam, I want all of them. I want all of them. You know what I mean? Who do we think we are to try and talk as if we can just talk about the Champions League and the league title? Who do we think we are? Again, Leicester City have won the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the Premier League title more recently than Arsenal. Literally, Leicester City can stand over us with chest and talk. And we can't say shit, but we've got invincibles, mate. That's the only thing we've got. And we've won everything more times than you. That's all we've got. Just let that marinate for a second. Leicester City fans could literally move to us legitimately and say, where's your League Cup? Where's your FA Cup? Where's your league title in recent times? Literally, they can do that. The only thing we can say is, we've won a Community Shield more recently than you there. And that's for those who believe Arsenal have won 49 trophies, by the way. If you believe we won 32, then ignore that. You know what I mean? Honestly, like, I don't think man are grasping how bad that is. Leicester City. Now, I'm not trying to down talk Leicester City, but come on now. 3 domestic trophies that we're all guaranteed to be in, as long as you're in the top 5. Leicester have won them more recently than Arsenal. We're like Tottenham to Leicester right now. You know what I mean? And that's a sad thing to say. You know what I mean?
Emotional damage.
So it's not as black and white as that. You can't just say, oh, he didn't win the league, he's out. It's not as apart from Pep Guardiola, the best manager in this league is Mikel Arteta.
Yes.
So who else do I go and get?
No. Apart from Pep Guardiola, the next best manager is Unai Emery.
I've seen him do it.
I'm sorry. Right? I'm sorry. But Robbie said that apart from Pep, Arteta is the next best. Fam, David Moyes has lapsed Arteta. What are we talking about here? You know what I mean? David Moyes won a European trophy. Can we even talk about that, fam? You know what I mean? Okay, all right. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go way back. Right? Let's go back to 2020. Right? Arteta won the FA Cup. Okay. Since then, Brendan Rodgers won the FA Cup with Leicester. Yeah. I don't even need to talk about what Pep won. We all know, right? Who won the League Cup in 20? Oh, Man City won the League Cup in 2021. Right? 2022, Klopp won the FA Cup and the League Cup. 2023, Ten Hag won the League Cup. 2024, Ten Hag won the FA Cup. Klopp won another League Cup. David Moyes in 2023 won the Europa Conference League. Where does Arteta fit in this right now? Now, you could say because he finished second, blah blah blah. That you know he finished second behind Pep, right? But you're just the first loser. You know what I mean? You're just the first loser. That's all you are. You didn't get anything for it. You know what I mean? Now, Yardman thinks it's Unai Emery. This whole sucking off of Unai Emery from Arsenal fans is jarring, right? It's absolutely jarring. Because what we have to remember is Unai Emery came here, right? And to be fair to him, he didn't get the time that Arteta's getting right now. So Unai Emery was done dirty like that. But Unai Emery, and I said it at the time, he only got top 4 last season because Spurs threw it away. Spurs basically said to him, take it, I don't want it. Literally. Unai Emery bottled top 4 with us. Right? And the season before last, he didn't get it with Villa. This season, right, I shit you not, if Arsenal were 8th in the table, Spurs knew they could get top 4. And they knew, right, if they beat Man City, it will just help them winning the league because Liverpool are up there, for example, right? I shit you not. Unai Emery never would have got top 4 with Aston Villa if Spurs didn't throw it away last season. Because let's not forget, Villa didn't win a game after, was it Brentford they beat? I think they beat Brentford. And then they didn't win a game. They didn't win the last 3 games. And technically, Spurs would usually have beaten Man City, and that's all it would have took. And Villa, like, they drew and lost 2 games of the last 3 or something like that. Villa got top 4 because Spurs threw it away. Villa didn't win themselves into a top 4. They didn't win a game that sealed it. They had a game against Sheffield United, and they didn't even beat them. And all they had to do was beat them, and top 4 would have been done. Didn't do it. I'm not getting fooled by Aston Villa. But I'm seeing Arsenal fans sucking off Unai Emery, stroke game, spraying kids everywhere, talking about, oh, Emery, mate. Not getting fooled by him. Not getting fooled by him. But he's getting sucked off because you got Aston Villa top 4. When context matters. How did he get it? It literally got hand. Now, I'm not saying, Emery, he did good to get Aston Villa up there. But if you look at it, he technically bottled it at the end. He didn't win his last 3 games. He only needed to win 1 game to seal top 4, and he didn't. It was Spurs that threw it away because they didn't want to beat Man City because they knew we would probably win the league. So they didn't care about top 4. If Spurs had beaten Man City, it would have been it for Villa because they already dropped points prior, and Spurs had that game in hand. That game in hand was City. You know what I mean? So Spurs had 6 points to try and get. But because Spurs lost on purpose, Villa, they got top 4. I'm not getting fooled by him. It's bollocks. It's absolute bollocks. Let me try and catch up with comments before I continue. Yeah. Big up to Eamon Adeoye. I'm butchering names right now. YG moving like Ash from Pokemon. I'm collecting insults, as you saw in the beginning, if you were here. If not, you'll see it in the facts about Leicester. Yeah. It's a sad reality. I might have to create a little AI of me dressed as Ash from Pokemon, collecting all the insults. We 10 points ahead, and we fumble the January transfer window. We forgive only a strong bench. Yeah, like this whole thing about it's tough. Like 2023, right? Arteta in April decided goofiness, and he made it tough. 2024, Liverpool lost against Crystal Palace. We had Aston Villa that afternoon. For some odd reason, he thinks to himself, let me put Havertz back as a number 8. That didn't work. Hence why I put him as a number 9. Because I want to put Jesus in and Zinchenko at left back. And bam, we lost 2-0. Then when he goes back to what was working, we were unbeaten since. And man like Robbie want me to trust this guy. Fam, I can't. Yardman should have asked Robbie, Arsenal get best by Unai's team season. Is it time to go? I'll get beat by Unai's team. Yeah, actually, yeah, that would be a good question. What if Unai Emery, because they're in the Champions League? Well, Aston Villa, they won't do anything in the Champions League, I don't think, anyway. But let's just say that Aston Villa, I don't know how this format works, but I'm assuming you can still drop into Europa League. Let's just say that happens, and Unai Emery finishes 6th, but he wins the Europa League, which means Aston Villa are now back in the Champions League, right? Let's just say he finishes 6th, right? And we do nothing again, right? Still, is Robbie going to be like, oh, well, is he going to concede of anything, or, you know? We know Unai Emery is a Europa League specialist, and, you know, when you look at the club he didn't win it with, it was Arsenal. Jesus Christ. But otherwise, I'm not getting fooled by Aston Villa. At least when it comes to league form, anyway. I ain't getting fooled by him. Because, yeah, we had him as manager when we know what the deal is. Arteta versus Emery in the debate, I feel can go both ways. Emery has more on his CV, for sure, but I hate how everyone's gaslighting us when it comes to Emery as well. I'm just sick of people just like making out that Emery was this like, anyone would think that Emery was our Sir Alex Ferguson the way they're carrying on. And it's like you have to contextualize everything. Because I that's what I've done. How he got top 4 last season should have told man, right, what the deal was. You know what I mean? Because Unai Emery has virtually beaten and lost to the same teams he was with us. Just that how things went differently was that he got 3rd for doing it. You know what I mean? And the reason he got 3rd, right, or 4th, wherever they finished, 4th I think it was. Spurs threw it away because they didn't care, because they just wanted Arsenal not to win the league. You know what I mean? Best believe Spurs would have beaten Man City to get top 4. Because Aston Villa already bottled it. They already bottled it, despite everybody knew Spurs was just not going to win that game. You know what I mean? Oh, wait, hold on. Did I read this comment? Very true. Emery needs sliding with his resume in front of the toxic Arsenal fans. The fact that after being given the boot, goes elsewhere and wins another trophy, that fine. Yeah, I mean, Emery, he's got a point to prove. Personally, I think this time round on this weekend, I don't think we'll lose to him. I'll go as far as saying that. I mean, AFTV equals Waffles TV. Emery given the time what? So yeah, well done, Arsenal. Badgie, exactly about Emery. Yeah. Unai Emery back-to-back Europa League Cups 2014, 15, 16. He's way in the lead. He is on that front. Emery's in. When it comes to Europe, at least Europa League, he blows Arteta out of the wall. We know that. It's just that when you look at when it came to Arsenal, obviously we missed out on top 4 and we didn't win the Europa League final. When it comes to him at Aston Villa, I'm seeing the same things that I saw at Arsenal. It's just that this time round, in the end, he got the benefit of Spurs didn't want top 4. If that was Arsenal, right? If that was Arsenal that he was managing, right? And we just needed to win our last 3 games, and we knew Spurs would play Man City, right? Spurs would have done everything in their power to beat Man City, to stop us getting top 4. And it probably would have happened. You know what I mean? Because Emery was good at getting Champions League by winning the Europa League to get into it, more than anything. You know what I mean? And that's what he's shown. Why do you do it? The meme of Ash from Pokemon will be something new. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get creative. Anyway, I'm gonna get back into this video, and then I'll continue with the comments in a bit.
Yeah, rubbish. Listen, hold on. There's only one manager, right? There's only one.
What the fuck? Mikel Arteta win over Unai Emery?
Listen, let me tell you. You look at football. You look at football in.
Well, if you think Arsenal won 49 trophies, then you could say Arteta won the Community Shield. over Unai Emery. But if you believe he only won 32, then nothing.
Football in Listen, let me finish. We're talking about the Premier League at the moment.
Give me the details.
Unai Emery was there. What did he win?
Look at him with Aston Villa.
Unai Emery was there. What did he win?
Come on, man.
Why did
Arteta win?
Unai Emery was here. What did he win?
You're going to tell me that Mikel Arteta's better than Unai
Use
Emery?
some logic, please, when you're doing your things.
Okay then.
Unai Emery was the manager here at Arsenal, and people like you, we probably can go back and get a video, you saying he needs to go. And now you're telling me he's better. Arteta, apart from in this league, at this moment, in the Premier League, is the best manager. For the last 2 seasons, he's the only team to push City was Arteta.
Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again?
So it's this whole thing with this fetish that we have, that pushing Man City, pushing C. You know what I mean? Pushing City. That's what we are. You know what I mean? Pushing C. That's all we're good for. And that's the main hype right now. Man needs to turn aircon on in here. But that's all we've got right now. Pushing C. It's just wild, isn't it? It's almost like if putting the pressure on was a trophy, they'd treat it like a Champions League trophy at this point. Let me try and get into your comments. I also suggest a meme from Jim Carrey, Lie Lie. He says, "I can't lie." I haven't watched that film for ages, but I am gonna get some more clips I can use for my content. I was someone called for Unai to go. I was as well, to be fair. At the end of 2019, and was still right. But funny looking back in hindsight, how much less backed he was compared to Arteta. See, the thing is with me, right, was when we lost that Europa League final in Emmanuel, Azerbaijan, in Baku, right? I didn't blame Unai Emery, and I still don't to this day blame him for that. It's the players, and I saw it in his face. He was vexed. I saw in his face, I don't fucking lose these finals. What the fuck? That's the face he had. I didn't blame him for that. I said, I'll give him another season. I'll give him time. But then it was midway through the 1920 season where we were dropping points. He wasn't playing Pepe. I remember he wasn't starting Pepe. He wasn't playing players where he should be. He started moving Torreira forward when he was clearly our closest thing that we had to an N'Golo Kante. Hence, he was getting compared to him. Not saying he was as good as him, but he was our closest thing to that. But he started moving him as a number 10. That's not his position. He was better at what he was doing. Right? He started messing about with the team, and it wasn't working. And I thought to myself, nah, if you as a manager cannot see that this is not working, and we can all see that you should and shouldn't play players here and there, I don't want you here. I don't care who you are. I don't want you here because you have no clue. And I started wanting him out. It was when we dropped points to Sheffield United. Yeah, we dropped points to Sheffield United. I think we drew to them or something like that. I said, nah, I'm starting to want this guy out now. When Arteta came in, I wasn't overly against it because I looked at the whole long-term thing as well. And then obviously him coming from under Pep, I looked at that and I thought, well, maybe he can get us an identity back and this, that, and the other. And then when he won us the FA Cup, it was like, oh, fam. Like, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe he can win us some cups in the meantime. You know what I mean? Hence, I was crying for some cups in the meantime of trying to win the league and Champions League and all that. But then I started seeing all this, and then yeah. I don't remember Robbie saying it was tough when he was criticizing Southgate. Oh yeah, well, you know, exactly. You know what I mean? Oh, well, there's France in there. There's Croatia. You know what I mean? Somebody should have told him that. Well, we got Villa away next weekend. Can we rest some ghosts? Well, I personally think that we won't lose to Villa anyway. But if we beat Aston Villa, then we know that Robbie's going to come back and say, "Oh, see, I told you, Emery, you know, Arteta's better than him, blah blah blah," and all that stuff. Apart from shout out to you, Peppermint Freedom, by the way. Apart from Pepe, Emery only signed 4 players who cost more than 20 million. Leno, Tierney, Torreira, and Saliba. Now look at how much Arteta spent. And the thing is, I'm backing us to win the FA Cup this season. That means if it happens, he spent all this money to just win the FA Cup with his own team. Sad. If Arsenal lose to Emery's teams again, home and away, or one of the 2 games, Arteta needs to be observed closely by the cowards of the board and the cronkies. Emery might have our number for all we know. Some missed deliberately, 100%. Oh yeah. Spurs, they were not interested in that. That's how Villa got top 4. I mean, that's how they got it. You know what I mean? That's how they got it. You know what I mean? Like, some bad things. Which career as an actor. Oh yeah, man. Alright, so I'm gonna carry on with this, and then I'm gonna get back to the comments.
Not even Klopp. So what I'm saying.
Not even Klopp. Klopp is the only person who beat Mikel Arteta. Listen, the last 2 seasons.
For your job. Klopp is the only manager who beat. I know that. We know that.
Gotcha, bitch. I've seen him do it.
But if you
Shut the fig up and fuck
listen, he needs to listen when people are talking, because I said over the last 2 seasons, the only manager to push Pep Guardiola was Mikel Arteta.
So he's the best.
And
the best.
Right?
It's Mikel
Second
Arteta.
best. Don't put.
We don't want fucking
Oh my God!
second
You know what?
best.
What we do?
So how many managers are going to win trophies while Arteta's trying to put the pressure on Pep? We watched Ten Hag do it. We watched David Moyes do it. Klopp, obviously Pep. How many? We watched Brendan Rodgers do it. If anything, he took the FA Cup off us because we were champions until he won it with Leicester. How many different managers do we have to watch win trophies while we're trying to do this? I'm telling you, when you look at Man United, if they end up being title contenders, right, they've done it better than us. Because Ten Hag came in, won the League Cup, then almost won the FA Cup at the same time, but then won the FA Cup in his second try. I mean, Arteta couldn't even get his back-to-back FA Cup finals. You know what I mean? God knows if Ten Hag might win another trophy this season. You know what I mean? I've got an ugly feeling that he might do something in Europa League for Man United to get into the Champions League. You know what I mean? And if he does that, he's had a better career at Man United than Arteta has at Arsenal. You know what I mean? Arteta, what? An FA Cup and 2 Shields? Really? Fam. I mean, this YG, for what you said before, Man City all major trophies, including Community Shields, not including low division trophies, won. Right. Facts, I saw him in his face. He was very, very angry after that final. He was vexed. I remember. Yeah, I never blame Emery for that. It was all players. I still get PTSD from days like that with Arsenal. Any cup final that's not the FA Cup, it's not a good thing, is it? You know what I mean? If it's Europe, if it's League Cup, you know what I mean? To be honest, Sheffield United were a good team then. They were until COVID kicked in, and then when they had no fans, they couldn't maintain because they were 5th at the time. I remember Sheffield United, they were 5th at the time. And then when the league stopped, they were 5th, and they were doing all right. I mean, they were going strong. I don't blame Emery for being angry too, as that ruined his perfect record of winning every Europa League final. Yeah, it did. I mean, it did. It messes up, man. I mean, 15 likes, like and subscribe, people. Big up Static for keeping it up. Big up, bro. Big up to PTM Productions in the building. Yep, I remember it well. Sheffield were cooking. They were something else then. Why you look like a black Terminator? Well, I'm in the truck, right? And the lighting's not the best. I've got this little ring light here. We're able to see it properly. It's facing me. And the screen's quite bright. So I'm trying to be seen as much as possible, but I am looking a bit like a black Terminator. I ain't gonna lie. You know me, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm glad it's on video. I'm glad it's on video. So people can see the actual questions.
We don't want second best. We don't want second best. We don't want second best here. It's end of. So if you can't beat Mikel, if you can't beat Pep, you can't beat Pep, fuck off.
And then who are you getting?
I don't care. Give somebody else.
Well, same question could be asked about who do England get, Robbie? Because you were so adamant that you wanted Southgate out for doing the same thing Arteta's doing, you know, putting pressure on and finishing second. So if I ain't good enough for England, why is it good enough for Arsenal? Fam. You know what I mean? We don't want to be first losers. That's not what we want to be. That's not what we inspire to be. You know what I mean? The great history of this club isn't based off being first losers all the time. Come on now. We're proud of our achievements that Arsenal have made, right? And it was all coming first.
You believe that they can do it because he doesn't believe he can do it. What the fuck are you here then? If you believe that, you have to wait.
I'm sure he believes he can do it.
No, but he doesn't.
No, he does. He does. Anyway, let's see how it pans out.
So you're gonna tell me?
Let's see how it pans out. We got different opinions.
If Mikel Arteta lose the Premier League again by 1 point, he should stay.
It depends.
Yes.
Robbie, it depends.
Robbie.
It depends.
Stop it. Get some help.
Man said it depends. So if we lose the league again by 1 point, it depends. You could not make this show. You could make it up. It depends. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, this lot they'll take this for the next 7 years at least. In fact, when the toxic positive fans will turn on Arteta, when he does the same thing Wenger did, right? When Wenger started deteriorating out of top 4, that's when fans was like, oh, maybe you have to go then. You know what I mean? Although he won some FA Cups in the meantime, hence, this is why I think Arteta, I think the next trophy he wins is going to be an FA Cup, because the FA Cups were shut the fuck up Arsenal fans trophy. That's what it was. You know what I mean? 2014 season, right? In fact, you know what? This video is almost finished, but let me give you guys a little Easter egg right now, right? I knew in 2013-14 season that would be the season Arsenal won the league, right? And I'll tell you why. Because I saw a post on Facebook and it said the last time Wigan and Crystal Palace swapped leagues, Arsenal won a trophy. So in 2005, Wigan came up and Crystal Palace went down, right? Since Wigan were in the Premier League from 2005 to 2013, right, we didn't win a trophy. You know what I mean? We were runners up in the Community Shield in 2005, by the way. Let's not forget that, against Chelsea, right? And Wigan went down after winning the FA Cup in 2013. Crystal Palace came up. That's how I knew we'll win something this season of 2014. And when we were still in the FA Cup, I thought, yeah, we'll win that then. And when we were 2-0 down against Hull, I knew we'd win it. You know what I mean? And we won it. And then it shut us up for a bit. And then we retained it, which, you know, the only clubs to retain the FA Cup in history, if you're not including clubs that are now abolished, is Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, Blackburn, Newcastle United. Only clubs to retain the FA Cup. Not even City could do it. Not even Man United have done it. Not even Liverpool have done it. Those 5 clubs I just named, only clubs in FA Cup history to ever retain that trophy. You know what I mean? So the FA Cup is something that we are proud of. But when Wenger were winning them, in his later stages of his career at Arsenal, it was a shut the fuck up trophy as well. You know what I mean? It bought him some time. It was only when he finished 5th. It was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Maybe now call it a day. And I think if Arteta was finished 5th, I think that's the only thing we'll take, because that means we ain't getting top 4. You know what I mean?
It depends.
You're fucking deluded. You're deluded. You're deluded. You're deluded. You're deluded.
I'm deluded. He's drunk.
So that's that. Jesus Christ. I mean, right. So yeah, did Yardman, take it a bit too personally? Yeah, I mean, heat of the moments and all that stuff, right? But the point of the matter is clearly he's passionate about the club, right? When you're hearing delusion right in front of your face, when you're being essentially lied to in front of your face, so much dishonesty. Robbie can sit there and say it depends when it comes to, well, if we finish second with nothing, are you going to still be Arteta in? It's the same thing with Wenger. If Wenger gets top 4 and wins nothing, are you still Wenger in? If Wenger does this, that, and the other, are you still Wenger in? It's the same thing. It's Wenger 2.0. It's top 4 as a trophy 2.0. That's all it is. This is why I don't think we'll get a league title out of this, because he's getting an FA Cup out of this. You know what I mean? And as I said, I hope that we'll win league titles, FA Cups, League Cups, Champions Leagues, even Europa Leagues if we were to fall down into it. I hope we do that. I can only see us winning the FA Cup, unfortunately. Which wouldn't be a bad thing overall, but spending all this money just to win an FA Cup, I mean, fam, you think of what the managers we could have got in that time, and then, we could have maybe won more if we didn't have Arteta and we had somebody else. You know what I mean? What did Robbie mean by this? I'm glad it's on video. I think Robbie maybe feels that he can come back to this whenever he's proven right. Maybe that's what I took from it anyway. That's where Robbie said he hopes to cancel the video. I don't know. I have no idea. But the video's out there anyway, and he's kept it out there. You know what I mean? He's kept it out there. Fast and in the league by 1 point, goal difference, a smelly so. Arteta must go. I can't believe he said it depends. Literally, like, fam.
Stop it. Get some help.
I can't believe he man's saying that. He literally said that. Literally saying that. He would not take this for Southgate. He wouldn't take this for Southgate. He said Southgate needs to go. And go look back at my video about it. Madness. He's had more than enough time now. Arteta, he has. So this season has to be the one, isn't it? Yeah, Arteta spent more money. Yeah. I think you are right. You spent a shitload anyway, and to not get to only get a shield from it. That's literally, if you think about it, right? When Arteta won the FA Cup in 2020, and then he won the shield in the shootout against Liverpool, right? That was Unai Emery / Wenger's team, right? I think he might have spent too little bit of money for that transfer window, maybe, right? He spent all this money, and all he's got is one shield with his own team, really. For those of you who believe in 149 trophies, all he has from it to show is a shield. Jesus Christ. I mean, is it better than absolutely nothing? Yes, but you don't spend money to win shields. The shields comes as, it's because I won this, you know what I mean? We got that shield because we finished second behind the team that won double. Why do you please show the ending of Yardman? I've already seen the video. The ending? What do you mean? What just showed just then? What do you mean?
Robbie,
It
Robbie,
depends.
you're fucking deluded. You're deluded. You're deluded. You're deluded. You're deluded.
I'm deluded. He's drunk.
Yardman had a mic drop moment. He did. He did, to be fair. Arteta is halfway towards the amount that Pepper spent in his whole managerial career. Oh my days. Oh my days. I mean,
Emotional damage.
that's a shambles. That's a shambles. That's a shambles. I know, you know when man just get proven wrong and then the only comeback is, oh, you drunk. I mean, so what is it when you're saying that it depends when it comes to Arsenal finishing second, a point behind Man City with nothing, and you're saying it depends? Is that not some form of intoxication at this point? Intoxication of positivity. You know what I mean? Get the likes up, people. Hit the super chats if you want. You know what I mean? I don't mind. I must go. Take care. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. I'm trying to keep up with this chat. I don't have any moderators or anything. I'm doing all this on my own. But big up to you being in here anyway. I'm going to end the stream soon anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, Yardman. Yeah, Yardman is on his stuff. You know what I mean? He has standards for the club, as he should, and he's not settling for second best or first loser. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's I mean, I don't see anything wrong. Yardman said. What I see, the only thing I'd say I agree with Robbie was just when he was listing out how we can change our defense. Like you can put Timber in Ben White's place, or you could put Calafiri in Gabriel's place and blah 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 and change it round and all that stuff. I agree with that, but we don't have that when it comes to the right wing, and that's what we've been crying for. Yeah, man has the patience of a saint to go on there week in, week out. Yeah, I mean, some people are saying, look, stop going on there because it's just a shambles. Wenger worked on his shoestring budget for years. On a shoestring, yeah. Arteta, Arteta is getting desperate. He's gotten desperate to the point where it's costing us League Cups and FA Cups because he's just trying to be better than Pep. He's just trying to beat Pep for a league title. He's just trying to. He's that desperate. You know what I mean? And that obsession is, you know, another 200, 300 million later. While we're still saying it depends. 1 point isn't much. Oh dear, Leicester requires. I didn't even know the 1-0 down. I didn't know the score or anything. I hadn't checked anything. Face ID not working. So I don't know what's been going on. And Jamie Vardy. Yeah, just have a look now. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave it here because I've got to get up early in the morning and drive over because I'm actually in Brentford right now. I'm at service station, but I'm actually in Brentford right now. The stadium's literally like down at M4 down there. But yeah. Anyways, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. Links in the description below. Big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to everybody that likes the video and everything like that. Big up to all of you in here. And yeah, more reactions will come. And AFTV, right? AFTV are going to provide some gold for me. You know what I mean? And should anybody else be talking reckless online, they can get it too. They can be added to the list. You know what I mean? Brentford is round the corner for me. Yeah, I drive sometimes. Like tomorrow, I drive past the stadium, and then I'm going into London to deliver what I deliver, and then I'm shooting straight out. It's a bloody nightmare getting out of it sometimes. Just be like, you can't be an Arsenal fan from Brentford, man. Oh, I'm from Brentford, But I'm in Bradford right now. But yeah, oh yeah, we can't forget about.
You're supporting the Gunners with a fucking Yorkshire accent. Get out of it, man.
Anyways,
I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me, come and have a pop. Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.